A ridiculous amount of players moved from PC to PlayStation to play only Call of Duty because of cheaters. We know this. And while they're having actually quite a good time playing ranked on PlayStation, with cross-play off, they have a hard time playing pubs. Especially with the SPMM being right now really like cranked up. And in case you don't know, we at EasyGame have a solution for that. It's called EasyGame VPN, dedicated for PlayStation. We have more than 35 servers only for the PlayStation active. And the only thing that you really need to use it is either your phone or your laptop, and of course your PlayStation. And you do basically everything on your PlayStation except to synchronize your network with ours once. And I'm going to show you how this is working. So what you need is of course an active EasyGame VPN license for the PlayStation system. And then you go to our website, you go to PlayStation connection update, and in here you simply click on the button update. And it takes like roughly 2 to 4 minutes until your network is fully synchronized and whitelisted across all our 35 servers. And then you can simply go to your PlayStation and connect there. And you have here all the information that you need, and you also get a full instruction in your order confirmation, what you need to do, what kind of mistakes can happen. And there's basically no mistakes if you get an update successful message. The only thing that can happen is you maybe have a VPN up and running on the synchronizing device, which can be your phone or laptop, as I mentioned, or maybe you have Apple private iCloud relay or whatever it's called active on your phone, and you should disable it. And in worst case, you can open up a ticket and make sure that you get the help that you need in order to get this up and running. Next to it, of course, we have all the servers here available on our website, and also we have a community website where you can see all the locations with the recommendation of the time frames, where to connect when. But once again, I want to point this out here as well because I get this question quite a lot. This is just a recommendation, a guideline from our side. I'm telling you, I personally use like 4 to 5 servers and I rotate them, and they're basically African or Asian servers. And I strongly recommend that you also find your sweet spots where these are working good, and you should connect to them all the time. Never mind if they're green, red or yellow, you just use them if you have a good experience on them. And that's basically it. The only thing that when you have to go back on this side and click the update again is if you can't connect your PlayStation. If you have an error connecting to one of our servers, then you need to go here and click the update. This is not because you did a mistake. This is not because we did a mistake. It's just because you have a public IP address and your internet service provider is changing your public IP address completely randomly. It can be like on a daily basis, can be on an hourly basis, can even be on a weekly basis. So this is what's happening sometimes, and you have to go back here, hit update, but that's all there is. And I'm going to show you how you have to do this on the PlayStation. But before you can connect your PlayStation with our VPN servers, there's one thing that you need to make sure, and this is the fact that you need to update your PlayStation and you need to update the games. All games and Call of Duty before that. You don't want to run any kind of updates while the VPN is active, and you don't want to run any kind of other applications being updated while the VPN is active. That's my strong recommendation, and the last year has been proven this is the best approach towards it. And now let me show you how you can connect the VPN on your PlayStation. So once you synchronized via our website and you waited like 2 to 4 minutes, this is the time that it takes until it's completely synchronized across all our servers, you simply go to settings, you go to network, then you go to settings and set up internet connection. And in here you can select either your wired connection or you can select your Wi-Fi connection. It doesn't matter as long as it's the same network from which one you did the synchronization via the website. And in here, you want to go on options, you want to go on advanced settings, and what you want to do is you want to use the proxy server. So this is the only thing that you need to change in order to connect with ours. You want to change the proxy server to use, and in here you fill out one of the IP addresses provided on the website, and then you enter as well the port number, which is always 3128. There's no other port that we're using. It's always 3128 for any server. And then you simply go ahead and click OK. And then it takes like roughly 1 to 5, maybe 10 seconds until you're connected. And that's all there is. And in order to make it really easier for you guys, what I strongly recommend is that you set up additional wired connections. So as you can see here in my screenshot, or better said in my recording in here, you see that I have already Morocco and Congo predefined as a connection on my PlayStation. It's simply that I already set up connections with the correct proxy in the back, so when I want to change it quickly from one country to another, that I don't have to go inside into the advanced settings, I simply go ahead and say, okay, connect. And this is how fast it can actually be as well for you. And I'm also going to show you how you can set this up. So it doesn't matter if it's a wired LAN or if you want to make a new like Wi-Fi. I always recommend to use LAN because it's more stable, especially if you're playing FPS, everything is about latency. So you go ahead, set up the LAN, give it the name, whatever it should be. In my case, I don't know, I'm gonna now add here as well, like Nepal V2. Second, there you go. We have it already here in the shortcut. You go on under advanced settings. And what I always recommend in this case is you wanna set up your DNS setting to manual. This is like an additional gimmick. You can keep it on automatic, right? But I recommend that you always use the Cloudflare DNS servers because they're known to be working best with games. Or better said, they're doing the best resolution. And you set up your primary to 11111 and you set up your secondary to 1001. And on the proxy server, you go ahead and say use, and then you enter the address of the server that you would like to connect to. So in this case, I'm going to use Nepal. You can find it again on our website. You can find it in our Discord, or you can find it on the community website. It's everywhere available for you guys, just to make sure that you have it. You enter the IP address. As you can see, this is super fastly done, and you only do it once. You make sure that the correct port is set up. And then you simply hit OK. And that's all there is. Takes a couple of seconds. As you can see, it's already connected. And in order for you to verify it if it's working, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to start Call of Duty. And I'm going to show you in a second how it's looking inside the game. So for you to verify that you're actually connected with the correct country, you go to account, like settings, account, and then you go to network info. And in here, you will see that you're connected to the Nepal region, in this case, or whatever server you selected. And this is all there is to it. There's nothing else for you to be done. You can set this up once, your favorite servers, and this is how easy it actually is.